Charity begins at home and ends at home. Let me explain. What's the last charitable act that you will carry out for your loved ones? Well, it will be organising their funeral, won't it? So your charitable act will end at home. You will have organised their funeral. Now, with that in mind, I want to relate a story. Now, in this story, we have His Lordship and his public assistant or personal assistant, Carruthers. Now, His Lordship was wondering that when he dies, where's his money going to go? Because he's heard stories that if you don't steer your wealth to the right area in life, sometimes it goes through probate. And if it goes through probate, naturally, these things take time, and sometimes the money is distributed where the government seems fit. And this greatly worries His Lordship. So he decides to have a conversation with Carruthers, his personal assistant. And he's got a bit of a gruff voice, as His Lordship, and he smokes a cigar. Probably that would account for why he's got such a gruff voice. So they're having a conversation, and His Lordship, he says, Carruthers, clear my throat, Carruthers. Bloody cigars, must give them up. Do you know, when eventually I shed this mortal coil and I go to pastures new, I was just wondering where my wealth would go. I really would like to steer it to some charitable place. Damn, so many of the bloody things. You can't decide on which one's the best one. And Carruthers, he says, well, Your Lordship, it is true what you say. There are thousands of charities. There are some more deserving than others. And it's very, very difficult to decide which is more deserving than the other, sir. Perhaps we should narrow the field of search down, sir. And His Lordship says, well, that's a bloody well spiffing idea, if that's what you've got in mind, Carruthers. Yeah, so how do you plan on going about such a thing? And Carruthers says, well, you leave that with me, Your Lordship. I will try and devise a short list of all charities that I consider to be at the top of the line of why we should give them consideration. So please allow me a day or so, sir, and I will sort that out for you. So the day goes by, and the next day His Lordship thinks, I wonder how Carruthers is getting on with that assignment. So he contacts Carruthers and he says, Carruthers, how are you getting on with that bloody charitable act of finding me the bloody best charity where I can leave my billions to? And Carruthers says, well, Your Lordship, I'm doing rather well at it. I've narrowed down the field of search. I have looked at various charities. I know there were thousands, but I've managed to devise a little scheme to get them narrowed down, sir. And I've devised a series of tests for you, sir, so you can make your selection of this series of tests. I do ask only one thing, sir. Yes, Carruthers, what is that? Well, I would like you to only make your selection, sir, after you've seen all 5 of the test. And for this test, sir, I've decided to invite all the charities that participate, and they're all behind a door, sir. There's 5 doors altogether, and each of the charities will be behind the door, sir. Well, I say, Carruthers, that does seem a rather intriguing idea. You've got my attention. Yes, I will. I'll participate in this, yes. Right, sir. Well, shall we get on with the test then, sir? Yes, Carruthers, get on with it, yes. Well, I give you door number 1, Your Lordship. So they get to door number 1, and they open door number 1. And as the door opens, you can see a load of children. And some children are in wheelchairs. And some children are wearing calipers. And some of the children, they have this sort of forlorn look in their eyes. A sort of lost innocence. and a sort of strain of tension, and it's so noticeable that they don't have the sparkle of a child in their eye. It's not there. Normally when you look at a child, you normally see children enjoying being youths and being children, and these in this room, they have a very, very old exterior in their eye, as if they've had to grow up before their time. So Carruthers, he says to his lordship, "Your lordship, I present door number 1. And his lordship says, "What is this? This is just a load of children. Yes. Unfortunate blighters, yes. What exactly is going on here then, Carruthers?" And Carruthers says, "This is the UK's #1 charity, sir. This is Children in Need. And they often have drive campaigns to raise money, sir. They are a recognised charity as such. And they are well supported by wealthy people throughout the world, sir. And especially in the UK, where this charity receives a lot of celebrity appeal." And his lordship says, "Oh yes, I seem to recall it being on the television round about the Christmas time here. Yes. I think they do a good job, yes. So they are a charity, yes. Yes, I do feel sorry for the children. What exactly was their background here?" So Carruthers says, "A lot of these children have had to grow up before their time. They've had to take on adult responsibilities. Some of them are simply caring for adults that can't care for themselves. And some of these children have been abused. They've been abused by adults who have systematically, year after year, taken their adult frustrations out on these children, simply because within themselves they are insecure adults that have had to resort to taking drugs and drinking. This has made them less than an adult. It has made them an appalling example as an adult. And this charity intervenes where they see these children being misabused, and they often at times have to take them away on special excursions, take them away from their horrible existences. And yes, this is a charity in which I know a lot about, your lordship. In the past I have given to this charity, and I do believe it to be a noble one. And this, sir, this is door number 1. And may I remind you, your lordship, the rules of the test were that you must not make your selection until you've seen all 5 of the doors, all 5 of the charities that I have before you. You understand that, your lordship?" Yes, Carruthers, I think that's it's a bloody good idea. Yes, you know how I am. I can easily be swayed, can't I? Some gullible billionaire fool at times, aren't I? Well, sorry, sir. That's for you to say, not for me to say. Shall we proceed with the test, sir? Yes, Carruthers. Yes, get on with it. So they get to door number 2, and they open door number 2. And as the door opens, there's this American evangelizer with brilliant white teeth and an apple pie face. And his lordship says, "Well, what's going on here then? I mean, just a single chap. What's his game, Carruthers?" And Carruthers says, "This is an American evangelizer, sir, who hails from the Bible Belt areas of America." Yes, sir. He set himself up as a charity, yes. He has thousands and thousands of subscribers, sir, and parishioners who give monthly to him, sir. Yes, but what's he doing begging for my billions? Well, I'm glad you asked that, sir. It turns out that this evangelizer, he wants a new jet, sir. He wants the latest jet, so he can jet about on his evangelical missions, sir, around America and the surrounding areas. This jet that he seeks will be the latest, sir. He does have 2 other jets, but he's now considered them to be too old and not in keeping with his new appeal. So, he's a charity, masquerading as some evangelical bloody minister, and he wants a new bloody jet? He's got a bloody cheek, I'll tell you. No. I really must question mark this one, Carruthers. I'm not really sure about this one. Very good, your lordship. That is only door number 2. We do have 5 doors to get through, your lordship, so allow me. So they get to door number 3, and they open door number 3. And Carruthers says, your lordship, I present door number 3. And his lordship says, what's this chap? What's this bloody chap doing with this talking in an English accent? Bit of a booming tone to his voice. Bit like myself, really, except without the titles and, of course, without the money. And Carruthers says, your lordship, this is a YouTuber. A professional YouTuber. This is how it's become now online, sir. That a person can become a professional YouTuber and have people subscribe to his channel, and that is his main source of income, sir. This is how he feeds his family. This is how he has 3 holidays a year, and how he keeps a moderate standard of living, sir. What? All through bloody YouTube? Yes, sir. It has become a profitable endeavour, sir. Lots of people are doing it. Some more successful than the others, sir. It depends on the message they carry, sir. What bloody message is this one carrying, then? Well, I'm glad you asked, sir. Well, this one, sir, he's an alerter. He's a bloater? No, sir, no. I said alerter. Yeah, you said bloater. I'm sorry, no, sir. You misunderstood me. He's an alerter. Let me explain, sir. He informs people, sir, about his former religion. A former religion in which used to control him and used to dictate to him, sir. And he no longer belongs to that religion, and he has become an alerter to what that religion has been saying and doing throughout the time that it's been taking people's attention. So, in his own way, sir, he is a charity of a kind, but it is a question mark decision, sir, as to whether you would give to him. Some would feel as if they need to support his work, and others would feel that he should support his own work and not be such a burden on everybody else by effectively, sir, if you excuse the expression, he is actually holding out a begging bowl, sir, and begging people to give to his channel to support his standard of living. And so he's on this series of tests today, and behind door number 3, for that reason, sir. He wants to continue with his work and his research, sir. Well, I say, Carruthers, this is rather a lot to think about. May I just put a question mark next to this one, I think? Can't make my mind up with this one. It's a bit of a difficult one. Very good, sir. This is only door number 3, so we do have 5 doors to get through. And you did give your word that you wouldn't make any selection until you've seen all 5. So they get to door number 4, and they open door number 4. Carruthers says to his lordship, "You lordship, you're doing very well with this test, but I give you door number 4. And his lordship says, "What the blazes is going on here? And who was that chap with rather long hair looking all Christ-like? I mean, the damn blighter looks like Jesus Christ, does he not?" And Carruthers says, yes, that's one of their members, sir. Yes, he's known as the Faithful Slave, sir. Yes, he does have long hair. Yes, you could say that He does a bit look like Jesus Christ. Indeed he does, sir. He doesn't wear the robe of Jesus Christ. He wears modern clothing. But yes, sir, you could say he does have an appearance of Jesus Christ. So his lordship says, after that, he says, so what are these other people doing then? I mean, I understand that there's activity going on here. Oh, busy bees. And what is that they're talking about? And what is that message that they're carrying? It seems a bit of a hands-on and full-on approach, doesn't it not? And Carruthers says to his lordship, well, sir, he says, these people sort of lead by example. They say things on their YouTube site, sir, and then they go out and actually do it. They're actually what you call frontline activists, sir. They take the fight to their former religion. Yes, they're a fine bunch, sir. They're a fine bunch, and some of them, sir, have received some bad treatment by their former religion. And this has left emotional scars, and this is the impetus that you see in them, sir. This is the impetus. This is what has kick-started them into this aggressive activism. But it's always done in a controlled manner, sir. And they're all quite artistic with their message. Some of them are professional graphic artists, sir. They've learnt this trade since leaving their former religion. And they do a very good job. And if I have to say, sir, I have studied this bunch over the years, and I'm very impressed with them over the short span of time that I've come to know them. They have various leaders. They don't have just one leader, sir. They're all able to stand in front of a camera and give out the message. And they do it in a most dignified way at times. Sometimes they get relabeled as activists who just want trouble. But this isn't the way I see it. No, it's not the way I see it at all. So, sir, you've seen all four, but you haven't seen number 5 yet, sir. Door number 5 is a special charity, and that's why I've decided to keep it right to the end for you, sir. Are you ready to proceed with the test, sir? Yes, Carruthers, yes, get on with it. Very intriguing. Very impressed with it so far, sir. Yes, get on with it. So they get to door number 5, and Carruthers says to his lordship, he says, well, your lordship, this is the final door, and upon this door you will make your choice. I have presented to you all 5 cases after this, and your lordship will make an informed decision as to who he wants to steer his billions to. So my job is almost complete, your lordship. It just goes for me to open number 5, sir. So they open door number 5. And as the door opens, his lordship notices there's not really a lot in there. And he says, Carruthers, what the place is going on here then? There doesn't seem to be much going on in there. And Carruthers says, well, your lordship, that's not entirely true. Have you noticed in the corner, your lordship, there is upon a table, and upon the table there is a cushion, a red cushion upon the table, sir. And his lordship says, oh yes, now you've mentioned it, I do see it in the corner of my eye now. So Carruthers says, perhaps your lordship would like to get nearer, for there is a special prize. When your lordship nears the table, he will look upon the cushion and he will see something. Well, now I am intrigued, Carruthers. This is most interesting. So his lordship, he gets nearer and nearer to the table and to the cushion. And when he gets near the cushion, he notices there is a single ear. One single ear laid upon the red cushion. Well, at this point, his lordship is, well, he's an emotional wreck. And a tear starts to appear in the corner of his eye. And his lordship says, Gordon's alive! I don't believe it! Surely I have found the most deserving of all the charitable cases so far. This one is certainly risen to the top of the list. And he shouts with a booming voice as he nears and bends over to the ear. And he says, "Congratulations, for you have truly brought a billionaire to tears with what I have seen today. And you will indeed inherit, and you will indeed have my vast fortune left to you because of your sorry plight." And at this point, Carruthers says, Your lordship, there's no need to shout. He is deaf."